Good morning. Today we are going to start a new chapter which is utility. In last chapters we talked about producer side, production cost. Now we would like to focus more on the consumer side. The main objective of any consumer is to maximize his own satisfaction. Okay, I would like to satisfy my or to maximize my own satisfaction from consuming a commodity or different types of commodities. But this is within my budget. So we are subject to or under constraint of budget. So this chapter would be divided between two main parts. Number one, which is satisfaction, and number two is budget. Or in other words, when we define demand, we said that demand is something you want you can afford. Something you want is related to desire or preferences or satisfaction or utility. And you can afford, it's related to money or budget. So we are going to talk about the two main sides or two main conditions in order to make a demand for a product. So let's start with budget. Budget constraint or consumption possibilities. Budget constraint consists of three main parts. Number one, income. And you would like to distribute your money income between two different commodities, X1 and X2. This is going to be depend on the price of X1 and the price of X2. So this constraint means that you are going to distribute your money income between spending on X and spending on X2. In other words, you would like to distribute your money income between two different commodities. If your money income is 100 and this is X and Y, you know that the price of X is 5, price of Y is 10. So what are the different combinations of X and Y that can be purchased using $100? Given that the price of X is 5 and price of Y is 10. So first of all, you can devote all your money income to to purchase commodity X. So you are going to buy 20 units of X and 0 Y. Or you can devote all your money income to Y and 0x. So you can buy 10y and 0x. Or different combinations. Say for example you would like to buy 9y and 2x, or 8 and 4, etc. So these are different combinations of two commodities that can be purchased using a given amount of money. This is budget constraint, or known as budget line. If you would like to draw the budget line graphical, we can draw the graph as as follows. This is commodity X and this is commodity Y. From the schedule, you can buy 20x and 0y, 0 and 20. This is point number 1. Or 0x and 10y, 0 and 10. This is point number 2. So this is the budget line. It's a straight line, okay? If you would like to write budget line, I equals bx is 5x plus by is 10y. So this is the budget constraint. If you are going to substitute in the constraint using I, x and y, ix, you can find y and vice versa. So for example, it's 100 equals 5x plus 10, say for example 2. So you can determine the quantity of x from this equation. So it's 20, 100, 100 minus 20, it's 80. 80 divided by 5, so we can determine the value of x. And vice versa if you are going to substitute in x instead of y. So this is the budget constraint. Your ability to buy x and y given the prices. What about the second part, which is the preferences or the desire? Preferences or desire is related to utility. The word utility means satisfaction. So if you would like to find total utility, is the total benefit a person gets from consuming from the consumption of goods or from consuming goods and services. This means more consumption, more total utility. Okay, this is the number of units consumed of a commodity and the total utility you are going to get from consuming this commodity. So if you are going to consume 0 units, so the total utility will be 0. If you are going to consume 1 unit, total utility will be 20. If you are going to consume 2 units, the 2 units together will give you total satisfaction or total benefit of 38 and so on. Of course, utility is intangible and can be measured, but we are going to assume that you can measure it. If you would like to draw total utility, it's gonna be like this. This is quantity or number of units, and here this is total utility. We are going to start from the origin, as when the quantity is 0, total utility is 0, and this is total utility curve. Just like what we did in cost, everything has total and also has marginal. So we would like to find what's meant by marginal utility. Marginal utility means, the word marginal means additional. What is the additional satisfaction that you are going to get from consuming a commodity? So marginal utility is calculated as a change in total utility divided by change in quantity. So if you are going to add one more column here, it's 20 minus 0 divided by 1 minus 0, 20. 38 minus 20 divided by 2 minus 1, it's 18. 54 minus 38 divided by 3 minus 1, 16, and so on. We can realize that marginal utility is decreasing, and this is known as law of diminishing marginal utility, which states that as you consume more of a commodity, the additional satisfaction will decrease. If you would like to draw marginal utility, something like Q, marginal utility, it's decreasing. So this is marginal utility, but will never be 0. It will never be negative. As in real life, if you are going to eat and eat and eat and eat, the negative means that you are going to be sick from consuming this commodity, and actually you are not going to reach this point. In real life, we are not going to consume only one commodity. This means that you are going to consume at least 2 different commodities, quantity and total utility of commodity X, quantity and total utility of commodity Y. Okay, now we would like to consume 2 different commodities. This is the quantities that will be consumed from commodity X and commodity Y. Total utility will be And this is the total utility of consuming each one of the two commodities. Do you think what's the combination of X and Y that maximize satisfaction for the consumer? In order to answer this question, we have to fulfill a specific condition. What's this condition? This condition means that you would like to maximize satisfaction of consuming the two commodities given the price. So first of all, we have to calculate marginal utility of consuming each one of these two commodities. This is marginal utility of X, and this is marginal utility of Y. 50 minus 0 is 50. 80 minus 50, 30. طبعا 80 minus 50 divided by 2 minus 1. 100 minus 80 divided by 3 minus 2. 110 minus 100 divided by 4 minus 3. Okay, and the same with respect to commodity Y. Okay, the main condition that should be fulfilled in order to maximize satisfaction is that marginal utility per dollar spent on X should be equal to marginal utility per dollar spent on Y, which means that if you are going to spend one more pound on X, the amount of satisfaction that you are going to get from X should be equivalent to the amount of satisfaction of a dollar spent on Y. At this point, this is the point of equilibrium or maximum satisfaction for the consumer. This is a combination that should be consumed of the two commodities. How? We have to calculate marginal utility per dollar for each commodity. If you know that price of X is 5, and the price of Y is 5 as well, so this will be 50 divided by 5, it's 10. 30 divided by 5, 6. 20 divided by 5, it's 4. 10 divided by 5, it's 2. And the same here. 30 divided by 5, it's 6. 20 divided by 5, it's 4. 15 divided by 5, 3. And 10 divided by 5, it's 2. There are a number of combinations in which marginal utility of X divided by its price equivalent to marginal utility of Y divided by its price. This is number 1, and this is number 2, and this is number 3. Do you think which one of these three different combinations? If you know that income is 25, what is the different combinations of X and Y that maximize satisfaction given your money income? In order to identify whether we are going to consume 2X and 1Y or 3X and 2Y or 4X and 4Y, we have to calculate using the budget constraint the value of combination. So here, let's start with combination number 1. 2 multiplied by price of X, which is 5, plus 1 multiplied by price of Y, which is 5 as well. This is 5 plus 10, it's 15. Combination number 2, 3 units of X multiplied by its price plus 2 units of Y multiplied by its price, which is 10 plus 15, which is 25. Combination number 3, 4 divided by 5, which is 20, plus 4 divided by 5, which is 20 as well, so it is 40. So this is the three different combinations that maximize consumer satisfaction. But with respect to the budget constraint, which is 25, so you can buy only this combination. So the combination that maximizes satisfaction for the consumer, given his money income, is to consume 3 units of X and 2 units of Y. نقول تاني بسرعة. احنا عاوزين نعمل ايه؟ احنا بنتكلم المرة دي عن حاجة اسمها اليوتيليتي. الجزء اللي فات كنا بنتكلم فيه على البروديوسر سايد، الجزء ده هنتكلم على الكونسيومر سايد. انا ككونسيومر الاوبجيكتيف بتاعي ان انا ماكسمايز ماي اون ساتسفاكشن، يعني انا مش هدفع فلوس عشان ادفع فلوس وخلاص، لا، الفلوس اللي بدفعها ببقى عاوز اطلع بيها باقصى منفعة ممكنة. طيب طالما قلت بدفع فلوس يبقى انا بتكلم على كونستريند اللي هو البادجت كونستريند بتاعي. يبقى احنا قسمنا الديماند لوانت وافورد. الوانت ان انا عاوز الحاجه دي اصلا هتديني satisfaction، فيبقى انا I would like to maximize my own satisfaction. طب بالنسبه للافورد يبقى انا معايا الفلوس ان اشتريها، فده الجزء بتاع البادجت كونستريند بتاعي. بدأنا بالبادجت كونستريند، قلنا ان الانكم بتاعي اللي هو الاي هقسمه ما بين ان انا اشتري اكس واشتري واي. يعني انا بقول انا معايا 100 جنيه هقسمهم 50 جنيه الاكس و50 جنيه الواي، او 50 جنيه الاكس دي بقول spending on x اللي هي B1 x1، 50 جنيه الواي spending on y. طيب البادجت constraints احنا بنقول ان هو different combinations من two commodities اللي ممكن اشتريهم بال100 جنيه. يعني انا ممكن اقول انا هاخد ال100 جنيه كلها اشتري بيها x، او هاخد ال100 جنيه كلها واشتري بيها y، او هقسمها شويه x وشويه y. اهو ده اللي احنا عملناه في التيبل ده. خدت ال100 جنيه كلها واشتريت x given ان البرايس x 5، يبقى في الحالة دي 100 divided by 5 ب 20 وزيرو من الواي، والعكس لو عملت للواي. الكومباينيشنز دي خدناها رسمنا بيها الجراف بتاعنا، وقلنا ان احنا ممكن نكتب البادجت كونسترين بالشكل ده 100 equals 5x plus 10y. يبقى انا عندي الحاجتين اللي هيتغيروا في التيبل كله هم دول. نرجع كده للتيبل بتاعنا تاني. انا عندي ده ثابت وده ثابت وده ثابت، اللي بيتغير هي ايه؟ الكوانتيتي بتاعت اكس وواي. بعد كده اتكلمنا على الجزء التاني بتاع البريفرنسز او الديزاير او اليوتيليتي، وقلنا كلمه يوتيليتي معناها ساتسفاكشن. طب انا ينفع اقيس الساتسفاكشن؟ لا، ما ينفعش اقيسها، بس احنا بنقول تقريبا بتوع الاقتصاد كده قرروا ان هم يحاولوا يحطوا لها حاجه تقيسها. طيب كلمه توتال ساتسفاكشن، توتال يوتيليتي معناها توتال ساتسفاكشن او التوتال بنفيت. كل ما بكونسيوم حاجه اكتر كل ما اليوتيليتي بتاعتي بتزيد. كان يعني الجيفن بتاعي بيكون الكوانتيتي والتوتال يوتيليتي. طيب من دول عرفنا ان احنا نرسم التوتال يوتيليتي كيرف، وكان انكريزنج اهو زي ما انتم شايفين. بعد كده عايزين زي ما كل حاجه عملناها توتال عملنا لها مارجنال، عملنا برضو المارجنال. لو انا اكلت تفاحيه زياده، التفاحيه دي لوحدها هتديني ساتسفاكشن قد ايه؟ فده بسميه مارجنال يوتيليتي. It's calculated as زي ما بحسب السلوب change in total utility divided by change in quantity. هلاقيه بيحصل له ايه؟ بيديكريز، وده طبعا شيء منطقي. انا لو عطشان جدا جدا اول بق ميه بشربه بيديني ساتسفاكشن اعلى من اي حاجه تانية، وكل ما بشرب زياده كل ما بحس ان خلاص ما بقتش عاوز ميه قوي، ممكن اشرب حاجه تانية، لا خلاص شبعت كده. فاحنا كلمه شبعت دي معناها ان اليوتيليتي اللي انا بتجيلي بتقل، الاديشنال ساتسفاكشن بتاعي بيقل. الكلام اللي احنا قلنا ده اسمه law of diminishing marginal utility. as you consume more الاديشنال satisfaction بيقل، مش التوتال، الاديشن. طيب احنا بقى الهدف بتاعنا to maximize satisfaction، بس انا في الحقيقه مش بعمل consumption لحاجه واحده بس، انا باكل مثلا two commodities، فانا عاوزه احدد ايه الكومباينيشن اللي اشتريها من الاكس والواي اللي هتعمل لي maximum satisfaction. فانا عندي التيبل بيكون فيه quantity بتاعت x واليوتيليتي بتاعتها، والكوانتيتي بتاعت الواي واليوتيليتي بتاعتها. اول ستيب عشان احل البروبلم بتاعتي ان انا احسب المارجنال يوتيليتي بتاعت x وبتاعت y. طيب الكونديشن بتاعي اللي بيعمل ماكسيمم يوتيليتي هو ان المارجنال utility بير دولار spent on X تبقى equivalent to marginal utility بير دولار spent on Y. يبقى انا لازم احسب بعد كده حاجه اسمها المارجنال يوتيليتي بير دولار، فانا بقسم المارجنال يوتيليتي اللي انا حسبتها دي على البرايس. طب في الكيس بتاعتنا دي كان عندي في 3 بوينتس equivalent to each other، يعني يا اما ان انا اشتري 2 x وواحد y، او 2 y سوري 3 y 3 x و2 y، او ان انا اشتري 4 x و4 y. مين فيهم بقى اللي انا اقدر اشتريها فعلا؟ كلمة اللي اقدر اشتريها فعلا دي برجع فيها للبادجت كونسترينت بتاعي. انا بقول الماني انكم بتاعي 25. طيب نشوف كل واحدة من دول لو اشتريتها هتكلفني كام. اول واحدة 2 multiplied by البرايس كان 5 plus 1 multiplied by 5 يبقى 15. التانية 3 multiplied by price ب 5 plus 2 multiplied by price ب 5 ب 25. التالتة 4 multiplied by 5 و 4 multiplied by 5 هتبقى ب 40. يبقى مين فيهم اللي equivalent للفلوس اللي معايا دي؟ يبقى دي الكومباينيشن اللي هتعمل لي maximum satisfaction. ان شاء الله الاسبوع الجاي هنعمل كويز على الجزء ده ان شاء الله. شكرا لك.